final presentation will be creating access for only school emails. So here in the last higher level overview, we are on the last step, which is 11. For the video overview, we're going to locate the files that control the logic of logging in a user, and these are the files, their directory. We're going to edit the auth login just to pretty much display a user can only log in with the Iowa State email. And we're going to edit the auth callback OAuth 2 to only allow Iowa State emails for the actual logic portion. So sources, this is just a PrairieLearn Git repo. There's no really docs in what we're doing. This is kind of us figuring out mostly ourselves, but most of the walkthrough should explain what we're doing. Big picture why create access for only school email. This helps protect the server from unwanted attackers to overload the server. Why do we want to edit files from PrairieLearn? Since the PrairieLearn image is running a copy of this Git repo, we know which files it uses to log in users. So here in the diagram overview, we'll be pretty much focusing on these two files right here. But yeah, you can zoom in once you're looking at this presentation yourself. But yeah, I'll be showing you anyways what we're doing. But yeah, we're just kind of the same thing we've been doing with these two files is mirroring them to the PrairieLearn Docker container. Since we have access to the image the Docker container is running, we're just mirroring the same files over. So we're using our edited files instead of their default files. So auth login file, this just displays the login page for PrairieLearn. We just need to edit some text in this file to make sure the user understands to sign in with the Iowa State email. And then the callback file, this controls the login logic for PrairieLearn. So we just need to edit this file to only accept Iowa State emails, and the code for doing that is right here. We're pretty much just capturing the email that was used to sign in, and we check if it includes the Iowa State .edu, and if it doesn't, or it does include, or it doesn't include, we will send a error, and then it's just saying please use Iowa State email to log in. Otherwise, it will let you log in. So yeah, and here's the walkthrough of creating only access for that. So here I'm just going to show in this video how we only allow Iowa State students to, or with Iowa State emails, to access PrairieLearn. And I'll just give a quick example of how it works. So see, it says right here, sign in using Iowa State email. And if we try to use something else, it is not going to let us do anything. So that's good. So it just says, please use Iowa State email. And if we go back, so let's just go again. So log in, and then I use the Iowa State email, and it works. So I will be showing you how to do that real quick. So here we're gonna go. It took a little bit of finding, but we figured out where they configure all these stuff. So first we are gonna go to pages. Like these are basically HTML pages. We're gonna do auth callback. Auth callback. So it's right here. It's mounting. I'll be talking about that later. But we're gonna go auth callback, and then I believe it's login. Sorry. So we're gonna go to the login first. Let me just make sure. Okay, that makes sense. So it is right, and here it's easy to see which files got modified very easily. So, if we scroll around here, so right here it says we just commented our addition. So in this code, this is where they do the callback with when Google comes back with the email or the login. So we figured out the identity email is what the email is you're logging in with. So all we did if the identical the email, and we just changed it all to uppercase, just so we can have everything in the same capitalized or lowercase, so it can all be similar. If it includes iowastate.edu, then we were okay, but so we negated this, and then we send a new message. So we figured out they have this error object. if we go to the class, we can just see it's an interface error, and then we just it kind of defaults to a new page. That's how they set it up. So we just made a new error with whatever message we want. So we just made it please use the Iowa State email, click PrairieLearn, and then we just return. So right here is where pretty much the big stuff is how we did this. And yeah, this is pretty much just the logic of how we implemented it. And here we just said this is the main page of logging in, and we figured that out. So we just added a sign in using Iowa State email. And how we actually putted this custom code into the file, we just pretty much use the volume again, like how I've explained in the other videos of how we use it from this PrairieLearn or the VM code to the VM files or code to the Docker container, and we just pretty much map the logic from the OAuth callback, callback OAuth 2, and then mapped it to the PrairieLearn same file. So this will allow, this pretty much just mirrors the one we have here to the Docker container, and we did the same thing for the login page, so it can finally display the login. I'll just display it again. So this is where you see that change of this right here. And yeah, that is how we made it to only use Iowa State email. And yeah, thank you. So to recap, the user attempting to log in has been shown to log in with Iowa State to minimize confusion. PrairieLearn has been secured to only allow Iowa State emails to access the server. So in conclusion, you have now the current setup for PrairieLearn. In conclusion, you now have the current setup of the PrairieLearn server on Iowa State infrastructure, and I'm just going to go back to the actual diagram overview just to end off this presentation. So yep, you pretty much configured all of this within all these videos, these 11 steps. And yeah, thank you.